Hi, I'm Billy of the Fuji Guys, giving you an unboxing of the brand new Fujifilm X-A1 compact system camera. This is the kit box that comes with the X-A 16 to 50 millimeter lens. It's an f3.5 to 5.6 optically image stabilized lens. I have just basically the black version because there are other color options for the X-A1, including a blue color as well as a red version with a silver top to it. So let's just take a look at the contents of this camera. At first, what you're going to have, of course, is the owner's manual available, I guess, in English and French in, of course, our region. But for other regions around the world, it will have the appropriate manuals. Of course, the software CD that's included as well will also contain all the PDF for all the various languages if you want to have that accessed via electronically. So I'm just going to leave that alone because I don't really need to look at that. This is just a little thank you card that we do here that, thanks you for the product, allows you to register. Of course, to get an additional warranty in Canada because, again, it varies depending on countries. This is the camera itself here, so let's just open it up for the very first time. Again, this is the X-A1 in black. This is a compact system camera, so here's the lid. And as you open it up, you have access to the image sensor. Of course, the sensor is an APS-C CMOS sensor, which is a similar size to most DSLRs. So I'm just going to put this camera aside for a second. This is the lens. This is the kit lens that's included with the camera. And this is, again, the 16 to 50 millimeter X-A lens. So it's more of a compact, lightweight lens. And it's designed to be small and compact versus our XF lenses that have sometimes a little bit better built, but the quality of the lens itself is quite high quality. You got the cap, and you also, of course, have the bottom cap for the mount. So I'm going to put that aside for a second as I go through the contents. Next, you got the lithium battery. It's rechargeable. It's included. Of course, it's an MP1 W126 battery, similar to what found in most of our compact system cameras, our X-series compact system cameras. The battery itself has a minimal charge at startup, but we highly recommend that you do charge it up for the first use. It takes usually about 4 to 5 hours. But if you got this as a Christmas gift, of course, you can pop it into the camera and start shooting with it right away. Okay, so that's just the top. I'm going to bring off the top covers and go down to some of the accessories that are included. First off, we have the cable here, and depending on the country, you have a different plug that connects to, of course, the included charger. Let's get the charger out. So again, this is the BC W126 charger. Of course, you use the cable here to attach it. And again, like I said, depending on the country that you purchase this from, it may come with the appropriate plugs. Okay, the battery itself will slide in with, of course, the contacts fitting that way. I don't think you can insert it any other way. So of course, you want the contacts in, and it matches. Okay, so I'm just going to put that aside for now. You also get the camera strap. So the camera strap, of course, attaches to the side of the cameras. There's a lot of third-party straps out there as well. So if you don't want to use this, it's fine. But it is actually sufficient for the camera, and you would just attach it to each side here, as you can see. I believe there's one more thing, and yeah, that's the lens hood. So the lens hood is for the lens, of course, and it helps to prevent any stray light from hitting the lens, causing any refraction that happens with your photo. So again, you want to match the dots to the dot on the top of the lens, and as you go in, I guess if I can get that right, and then I guess it clips in place. I guess I didn't do it right. There we go. So that's how it looks. I'm going to attach the lens now to the camera. So again, you want to match the red dot, or the orange dot, I guess, with the orange dot here, and that's where it would mount in, and then you would just twist it, and it clicks in place. Okay. Again, the camera itself is quite small and compact in your hands. As you can see, my hands are not very large, and the camera itself is very small, and it's quite lightweight. And I like the fact it uses an APS-C sensor because it keeps the lens small. But the quality of a sensor and a processing technology makes for very good colors, very good white balance, of course, very good image quality. The depth of field will be great too because of the larger sensor size. So again, that's just the X-A1, and that's really all the contents of the box. Again, I'm going to insert the batteries, of course, into the camera. You would just match the contacts in with the arrows right here. You can see the orange cover. Click in place. I don't believe you can insert it the incorrect way. So if I turn it the opposite way, it will go in, but it won't go in completely. So don't try to force it. Okay, so again, just matching the orange square to the orange tab. The last thing to talk about, of course, is a memory card. Now, the cameras doesn't include a memory card. It doesn't have an internal memory, so you do have to go out and buy yourself a memory card with this camera if you don't already have one. It supports SD cards, SDHC cards, and even SDXC cards, high capacity cards, and extreme capacity cards. You know, if you plan to shoot a lot of videos, if you plan to do a lot of raw photos with this camera, raw shooting, sorry, then I highly recommend you buy at least a Class 6 rated card, if not even higher. It also supports the ultra high speed cards, and it's going to make your life better because it's going to be faster to write to the camera. So again, you want to insert the card into the bottom, and it clicks in place. If you push it inwards again, it will, of course, bounce out. Okay? So let's see if I can turn on this camera for the very first time. So the on and off switch is on the top. So you can turn it on. And if it's the very first time, it's obviously going to come with a menu. And you're going to select the languages using the directional pad. I'm just going to select English. And there you go. The camera's ready to go. It's on the SR Plus Auto mode, which is basically the automatic mode that automatically recognizes the scene that you're shooting, whether it's a subject in the scene, whether you're at the beach, and it really adjusts the exposure and the colors for that appropriate scene, especially so that it makes it easier to do sort of a point and shoot if you wanted to. Of course, you got other manual controls like shutter, aperture, and manual modes. Again, you can watch my other videos to show you some of these controls and how to operate the camera. I'm just going to leave it at the SR Plus mode for now. Taking a picture, of course, is just pushing the shutter button there. You push halfway down to focus and all the way down to take the photo. As you can see, if you can do multiple shots. And if you want to shoot faster, of course, you can go open up the continuous shooting mode and fire, you know, a bunch of shots really quickly. And that's basically through this menu right here. As you can see, about 5.6 frames a second. And that's great for action shots. Again, you can watch my other videos on how to use that feature. So let's take a look at the images that we shot. So you push the playback button to do that. And as you can see right here, here's some of the shots that were taken. I'm just going backwards. If you wanted to navigate the images, again, you can push left and right. If you wanted to zoom in, I believe you can use this command down the top to zoom in. And as you can see, look how sharp this camera is. It's quite amazing, the sensor and the lens combination, how good this camera is. Going out, if you want to zoom out, you can just push the display back button and it goes back in. If you want to zoom all the way in, you can click the command dial. Whoops. You can click the command dial inwards, and it will zoom in all the way in as well, up to 100%. Okay? You can also use the command dial to go, again, zoom out. And when you do zoom out, you can use this micro thumbnails to see all the images. Use the directional pad to get to a certain shot. Click OK, and you're right there. To delete an image, you push up, and you can delete one image, some selected frames, or all the pictures. I'm going to show you how to select frames to be deleted. You push that. You have this menu that comes up. If you want to delete this image, you push OK. A check mark comes up. If you want to delete that image, you push OK. And then once you're done with the selection, you push the display back button, and it says that you have two images that are selected. Push up and push OK to delete those two selected images, okay? Now, the last thing, of course, is the video. To start video, you just push the recording button. Doesn't matter what mode you're in. Again, you start the video. You can zoom. Of course, it's a manual zoom here, but with any video, you want to try to prevent zooming at possible because you want to do it in clips. To stop the video, you can push the record button again and it stops. If I play back the video, again, you see a film strip and it says push down on the directional pad to play it. There's two microphones for stereo mic, and there's also a speaker on the side, so I should be able to hear audio. You can push stop on that. And so again, that's just a quick look of the unboxing of this camera and getting started for the very first time. Don't forget to watch my other videos that talks about this camera features and show you how to do some of the controls. So you can subscribe to my YouTube channel. You can follow me on Twitter at Fuji Guys. Until then, I'm Billy of the Fuji Guys.